When I was 9, we had so much problem in our household that my mother, in desperation, said, you know, go, get out of the house. Take your little 3-year-old brother and don't come back until it's dark. And so we would wander the streets, heading our way to some park or something. And at one point, my little brother, 3 years old, was crying. He was tired, so I whacked him. I punished him because that's how I learned in our family. Everybody got punished and hit and beaten. And he just cried more. If you don't stop crying, I'm going to hit you again. And I hit him again on the shoulder. And he would cry more. And I just said, my God, I can't continue hitting him. He's so little. And so I said, I'm going to abandon you if you don't stop crying. And I ran off. Now I'm a half a block away watching him stumbling on his little pudgy legs, crying uncontrollably, abandoned. And I saw, oh my God, how pathetic. He's just like me, abandoned in a hostile world. And anyway, I felt so much remorse. So I went back to him, and I knew it was a wrong thing to do. No, if you don't obey, you should be punished. But still, something else was at stake. So I just ended up hugging him. And I said, okay, you know, it's all right. And I began telling him stories. You see, there's this magical bike. When you're tired, you don't even have to pedal. And anyway, it must have worked. Eventually, he stopped crying. So then when I finally could go home, I was ready to tell my mom all this trauma. Did I do the right thing or nothing? And she heard 3 sentences. And she said, you think you're the only person with problem? And this shame filled me up for even bringing up my problems. Anyway, it was very traumatic. And ever since then, I had this big wound. Nobody knows, nobody cares. And now to this day, one reason I do all these TikToks and videos and all my books is like, I know so many people, many of you have suffered, and nobody has properly acknowledged it. So even though I can't fix it, I want to say, I know how you've suffered. I see you. And so let me just help you give a little rest.